Hi, I'm Jessica from How Sweet Eats, and today we're making Cajun salmon with salted lime butter. This recipe is so delicious. It's gonna come together so quickly. You're gonna be able to make it and get it on the table within 30 minutes or less. It's just wonderful. We're gonna start by mixing up a homemade Cajun spice mix. You probably have all of these things in your kitchen. We're gonna use smoked paprika, cayenne pepper, a little bit of thyme and oregano. You can also sub Italian seasoning. We're gonna use some crushed red pepper flakes, some garlic powder, and some onion powder. We're gonna stir this all together just until it's combined. You could, of course, use a Cajun seasoning mix that you find at the grocery store, but I love that if you have ingredients at home, you can just, make something really quickly. You don't have to run out to the store. I have a nice big piece of wild-caught sockeye salmon here. This is my favorite to use. I love to use a big fillet when I'm making this recipe. I leave the skin on, I put it skin side down. We're gonna broil it, so when we go to cut it, it's just gonna slide right off the skin. It's so easy. Of course, if you have smaller pieces of salmon on hand, you can do the exact same thing. I find that usually if they're an inch or so thick, you're gonna broil them for about 6 to 8 minutes, or until it reaches the temperature that you like, the doneness that you like. So we're gonna go ahead and drizzle the salmon with some grapeseed oil. I love to use grapeseed oil when I'm roasting at a high heat. Since we're broiling, there's gonna be a flame. I just don't wanna use olive oil. I don't want my oven to catch on fire. I'm just gonna go ahead and cover the top with this grapeseed oil, and then we'll sprinkle on the Cajun seasoning. Now that we have our salmon totally covered with the grapeseed oil, I'm gonna sprinkle on, kind of rub in the Cajun seasoning. I want it to cover the entire top. Our salmon is covered in the Cajun seasoning. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna create this wonderful crust on top. We're gonna go ahead and stick it in the broiler just for a few minutes until it's done. So while our salmon's in the oven, we're gonna make a salted lime butter. This is so good. It's completely addictive. I wanna spread it on all the things. So we start with some unsalted butter. And what I did was zest 1 fresh lime into the butter. Once we have our butter and our lime zest in a bowl, I'm gonna add on some sea salt, and then I'm just gonna mash it all together. You wanna make sure that your butter is at room temperature so it's soft and spreadable. We are gonna put this on the salmon as soon as it comes out of the oven, and it's gonna melt and just create this delicious buttery flavor all over top. Our salmon is totally finished right now. It's covered in the Cajun seasoning. It has the melted salted lime butter all over top. It looks so flavorful. You can cut it into whatever size pieces you like. I love to serve this with jasmine rice, brown rice. I love to serve it on top of a salad. It's even delicious the next day cold, straight out of the fridge.